Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Ever had those days where everything just falls apart right before your eyes? Well, today was one of those days for me, and it taught me more than any perfect install ever could. Hey guys, welcome back to List in Progress. I'm Brian, and today I just want to chat with you about one of the craziest wig install experience I've ever had. This isn't a polished success story. It's all about the ups and downs of trying something new, and honestly, it was a wild ride from start to finish. So let me tell you how it all went down. I had this wig that I bleached recently, and I was super excited to work on it. I pictured a flawless install and would look absolutely natural. But you know how it works. Things really work out as planned. Right from the start, I made a rookie mistake. I didn't plug the wig properly before trying to install it. I thought I could fix it on the fly, but that decision ended up causing a ton of trouble later. As soon as I started the installation, I found myself constantly plucking at the lace, trying to smooth things out, I kept saying to myself, it's okay, just finish a little more. But no matter how hard I tried, the lace just wouldn't cooperate. I sat there feeling more and more frustrated as I watched everything fall apart. Every time I thought I was making progress, it felt like I was right back where I started. There were moments I had to pause, lean back and take a deep breath, just walk around with my hands on my hip, wondering how I was ever going to fix the mess I had made. I even started questioning whether I had what it takes to get this right. I had all these ideas in my head about how it should look, how perfect it should lay, but the reality was way messier than I expected. I tried to suit the side of the wig for that natural flow I was aiming for, but nothing was just clicking. The more I worked on it, the more I realized that even the simplest techniques require a level of precision I hadn't quite mastered yet. At some point, I could almost see the frustration in my mother's eyes. I wasn't just wrestling with the wig, I was battling my own doubts too. I could tell she was exhausted from sitting through all of it, silently questioning every decision I made. It really hit me hard. I knew I had to step up my game if I wanted to turn things around. Then came the moment that totally knocked me off my feet. My boss came over to check out the final result. I'll never forget the look on his face. I knew I messed up and I needed to step up my game real good, like as soon as possible. His reaction hit me like a ton of bricks, but come on, I knew it was coming, so I knew I had to do better. It was one of the moments when you feel like nothing you did was actually working and you start wondering if you ever get it right, But you know what? I'm not one to give up easily. After taking a few days to clear my head, I decided to try again. 3 days later, with a fresh dose of motivation, I got back to work. I was determined to fix what I'd messed up and to really focus on getting this list installed right. This time, I slowed everything down. I adjusted my plucking method and worked hard to melt the list for that smooth finish I had in mind. Now, I'm not saying the second attempt was perfect though, not by a long shot. It still wasn't exactly what my boss expected, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. Every little mistake taught me something new, and every small win boosted my confidence just a little bit. What I've come to learn about all this is that perfection isn't something you achieve on your first trial. It's built over time, through trial and error, repeated attempts, and a whole lot of patience. I realized that mistakes aren't failures, they're just opportunities to learn and improve. Every time I went back to work, I was learning more about the technique, the tools I was using, and even about myself. I started to embrace the messy process, knowing that every setback was just another step toward getting better. I even took some time to reflect on how I handled all the stress. Of standing for hours, I stood for about 5 hours just for one install. There were definitely moments where I let frustration get the better of me, and that only made the problem seem bigger. I also did a bit of research afterwards. By the time I was done with my second trial, I could actually see the progress in the mirror, even if it wasn't just a small step forward. It wasn't a dramatic transformation overnight, but every little improvement reminded me that persistence really pays off. It showed me that even on the toughest days, every setback is really just a setup for a comeback. So here I am sharing this story with you, not as a tale of failure, but as a reminder that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. If you're ever feeling stuck or doubting yourself, just remember I stood for over 5 hours for an install and it came out shitty. It came out a mess. And sometimes you might feel like you're taking 2 steps back for every step forward, but that's all part of the journey, It's all part of the journey. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me and listening to my story today. Your support means the world to me and keeps me forward. Even on the tough days, I'm excited to keep sharing my progress with you and to see where this journey takes us next. Until next time, take care, keep learning, and never stop striving for better.